Hi, my name is Leach Arbach, and I was lucky enough to escape the pogroms, military service, in overpopulated cities of Germany. The year was 1910, and there was talk of militarizing in Germany, but I did not want to be drafted into the military because I did not want to die. So I took the drastic measure of immigrating to the USA, land of opportunity. I was 18 years old when I landed at Ellis Island, no family with me, just me and my new beginning. As I stood in the mass of immigrants, I have never felt so alone. I passed the 6-second exam with ease, sympathizing with those who did not. I left my parents in Germany, and I hope to send some money back home. They are struggling to make ends meet because they are farmers without land. There are so many people it's difficult to pay for costly farmland. My first order of business was to find a job. This was very difficult because many people thought of the Poles as stupid, slow drunkards. I finally found work in a factory making ice cream scoops. New York was filled with factories and people living in slums. I heard some talk from other workers in the factory one day about a city called Chicago that had a large Polish population, and assuming that my factory job would not get me far, I took the first train to Chicago. After my 20-hour train ride, I unloaded and followed the masses to the meatpacking district. I stood in front of the factory among many searching for work. I was selected to run the conveyor belts. The work is hard, but many of the workers are Polish refugees, so I feel like I'm at home. I'm surrounded by pierogies that taste like they did back home. We speak our native language in work, at church, and on the streets, and we also celebrate all of the Polish holidays. Slowly, our language mixed with English. The result was a combination of Polish English, only understood by Chicagoans. I had settled into a lonely, grubby life in Chicago. The wages were low and the prices were high. Then my parents sent me word that they were to boat to America. They scraped together enough money to buy steerage tickets on the Titanic. I thought God had it out for me when I heard my parents had sunk on the unsinkable ship. There was little time to mourn them because I was so busy trying to support myself. Next, Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated. My already partitioned home country was now thrown in between several warring countries. I had received letters from friends telling me other friends had died. It wasn't long before I received letters that those that had written the letters had died. Then the letters stopped. I had no clue whether any of my friends back home were alive or dead. It was so tempting, too tempting not to drown myself in drink. I had little care about it. It wasn't until 1917 that America joined the war, but by then Poland had already been ravaged. When I thought nothing more could happen, the Chicago influenza outbreak hit hard. I lost all of my friends to that virus. Then I caught the virus, but a sweet nurse helped me back to health. I fell deeply in love with her. Jemima. She made my life livable. I wanted to marry her, but as she was colored, it was forbidden by the Jim Crow laws. Slight relief came with the Treaty of Versailles. Many years later, in the 1960s, I married Jemima. Conditions slowly became better, and we survived.